Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me all right? And not too loud, I hope? Okay. Okay, well, good morning. Thanks for coming to the hackathon. It's great to see such a big crowd so early in the morning, even though I know a lot of people came in really late last night or early this morning. So thanks for being here. We got a great space. If you have any problems with getting yourself situated, come see me after this little bit and we'll figure out a space for you to sit. We should have plenty of room. But before I get into any of that, we have Alyssa Cooper here, IETF chair, and just welcome her to come tell us a bit about all the good stuff the hackathon's doing.
Good morning, so good to see everybody. Welcome to the IETF 103 Hackathon. Charles and I were just kind of talking about what's new for this one. We've been doing these hackathons for about 4 years. 4 years? Yeah. So it's been quite a run at this point, and we came up with a few things that are new this time. This is the first time we have purple T-shirts. It's the first time that we have stickers. Make sure that you get your hackathon stickers. And we might break a record here for the proportion of people who attend the hackathon versus the entire IETF meeting. So we have about the same number that we have registered in the past, about 200 registered in the room, 40 to 50 more remote. And the IETF meeting itself might be a little bit on the smaller side this time. So the hackathon is definitely gaining its place as an institution of the IETF meeting. So thank you all for making that happen. I'd like to thank our sponsors for this event. We have NBC Universal and Cisco DevNet who have chipped in to help make this happen. If you think that your company might be interested in sponsoring the hackathon in the future, definitely come talk to me or Charles or to our sponsorship fundraiser. His name is Ken, and he'll be here later in the week. So that's about all from me. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy the other first that we have is a really nice breakfast. So make sure you enjoy the nice breakfast and the rest of the food this weekend and get a lot of work done. Thanks.
Okay. So how many of you, this is your first time being here at wow, it's actually a bit more than I thought. I see a lot of familiar faces, but it's good to see a lot of first time, at least at the hackathon. How many of you have never been to anything associated with the IETF before? Okay, yeah, a few of those too. Well, welcome. I hope and I believe this is a really good introduction into the IETF. Please take advantage of all the people around you. You'll find they're pretty friendly. And it's a great way to get started in working in the IETF. As reading drafts and all that's good, but I think just jumping in and actually implementing something is really great too. And we appreciate you being here and helping us create more running code around what we're doing at the IETF. That's really the main point of these hackathons, is to spend more time on implementations. It's great writing the specs, but if we're implementing them at the same time, that helps us find problems in the spec, and it results in better specifications, and also very importantly results in code that other people can pick up and start using. So again, in addition to just reading the spec and figuring out how to implement something, if you create a library, utility, an SDK, something that's going to help someone start actually implementing and adding support for the protocol into their product, that's even better. So those are the types of things we like to do, and hopefully we can accomplish all that with this hackathon. Everything we do here and at the IETF is under the Note Well. If you're not familiar with the Note Well policy, I don't expect you to read it real quickly here. These slides are posted. I'll show you where they are, and you can go take a closer look. Also, I'd like to tell just a little bit about IPR and code contributions. The code that you're working on, oftentimes it's governed by its own license. Some type of open source license is pretty common. Some of you maybe are working on proprietary code. That's fine. You can work on code in the context of the hackathon. You're not like signing it over to IETF when you do that. But at the end, we will have some presentations and kind of like in a working group, any presentation or things you share on the mailing list, those are all IETF contributions. So hopefully that's clear. If you have any questions about that or concerns, come see me afterwards, we can talk about it. The agenda. So we're pretty much on time. If you haven't noticed, the hackathon's pretty ad hoc. It's pretty much serve yourself. But if you have a problem or a concern getting situated, come see me at any time, and I'll try to help you out or direct you to someone who can. After this bit of a kickoff, then the idea is, if you haven't already, to find a team to work with, and you can switch, move between teams. That's actually encouraged. We love to see projects that go across different teams, across different technologies that the IETF's working on. That's all fine and good. So don't feel like you need to be stuck in just one place. And lunch will be brought in just to encourage you to stay here and socialize with people a bit more and not feel like you need to run out and take care of finding food. So I think there will be plenty of food and beverages during the course of the day. Snacks will be brought in. We will even have dinner brought in at 7 p.m. And so would encourage and welcome all of you to stay for dinner. Then this is not, for those of you who have been to other hackathons, this hackathon is much more, I guess, non-competitive. It's more collaborative. It's not an all-night thing where you're under as much of a time crush. We close the doors. We actually encourage you to either go out and sleep or visit with your friends in the evening. And you're welcome to continue to work on your projects after 10, but you just can't stay in this room because it'll be closed, and we'll let the hotel staff shut it down, and so they can all go home as well. Any questions about that? Yes.
Can you stop here?
Yes, you can. And it's semi-secure, as secure as any kind of hotel space is. Personally, I wouldn't leave my personal laptop here, but if you have something that's bulkier, then it's really worth someone coming and pulling away. Like the switches, everything here that was set up this morning, it'll stay here. So it's a relatively secure space. Tomorrow morning, the doors will open up by 8:30, maybe even a little bit earlier. Again, lunch is provided. And this format's essentially the same as we've done in the past for those of you who have been here. What we like to do is, starting at 2 o'clock, we're going to have all of you present what it was you did. And this is a very informal, quick presentation. But the idea is just to share with us what it was you were trying to do, kind of its impact on your work and the IETF community, and the lessons learned, things that you're going to bring back into the working group, perhaps that you learned or that you accomplished. Those are just like 3-minute presentations. So nothing formal, but like a slide or two is encouraged. And I'll talk about that a little bit more later on over the course of this weekend. As far as I know, we're not going to have any prizes this year, but we will do something very informal like what we did last time, of having all of you vote for what you think were the best projects, so that we still do have some people that we recognize as making significant contributions over the course of this weekend. And then by 5 o'clock, we want to be completely out of here and tear everything down. Well, yeah, we'll turn this space into the Code Lounge and free people up to go and do other events. Like we have the newcomer event. We want to encourage people to do that in the opening reception. Before I move on, any questions on the schedule, the format? Okay. I mentioned these projects, presentations, and like I said, they're pretty quick. The idea is, because we have so many teams here, to limit it to 3 minutes. Just give us the highlights and a little bit of information there. We also have, I'll share with you a link to a template that you can use to help you kind of format your presentation and think about the important questions you want to answer and share. And remember that your audience is technical people who are familiar with IETF in general, but there's so many different projects going on in the IETF, there's a good chance people are not an expert with the details of what you're working on. So you can keep it technical, but up-level it a little bit so that everyone here can understand, the significance of what you were doing and what you learned. Okay, we do have a GitHub org for the IETF Hackathon. I have the link here. And a couple things about this. One, there is a project, one for IETF 103 project presentations. That's where we'll be uploading, or you all upload your presentations that you're going to share tomorrow. Also, if you need a place just to host the code that you're working on, if you don't have a space for it already and you want to host it in this org, let me know and we can create a repo for you there. Now, if you go into the IETF 103 project presentations, you'll see in the README some information about how to get yourself signed up for that organization and how to upload your presentation. So just give that a quick read. It's important. One thing, you have to be a member of the GitHub organization in order to have write access to it. So if you're going to be the one uploading the presentation, make sure that sometime during the course of today you sign up and get yourself just added to that GitHub org. And the way to do that is send me an email and I'll add you to it. And then tomorrow you can go and upload your presentation or whenever it's convenient. Okay, as I mentioned, this space turns into the code lounge. So it'll be set up for you to use throughout the course of the week at IETF. We encourage you to do that, to continue to work on your projects, even if it's not the project you worked on in the hackathon. If you have other things you want to work on, or if you want to continue your project, that's great. You can go and schedule time if it's helpful for you. You don't have to do that, but if you click on the link in the previous slide, you can go and kind of coordinate with your teammates and with other people. Let them know the time slots that you plan to be here. One other thing we're going to do, and again, it's in this exact same space, so now that you know how to find this place, it'll make it easy. We'll have Hack Demo Happy Hour. And what this is it's the opportunity to go into a lot more detail, I guess, about what you did. You have the 3-minute presentation on Sunday, but then this would be where you could be set up at a table for a couple hours and have people come by and you could demo to them what you did. You can talk to them, you can show them in a lot more detail and have those more in-depth discussions. And that'll be Monday from 6:30 until 8 o'clock in this space. Now, in order to help us with our setup and make sure we have enough tables and whatnot, you do have to register for that. And we should be able to accommodate everyone who wants to sign up, but you have to sign up before noon on Monday. And the sooner the better. So if you want to do that, please go and register your team there. There's the link in the slides, and you can also find these links on the Hackathon wiki. And this is just showing you the page there and how you can sign up and add yourself. All of you have access to the wiki. You just have to create an account if you don't already have one, and you should be able to add yourself there. If you have any problems finding the wiki or doing any of this, just come see me. I'll help you out. Okay, as Alyssa mentioned, thanks to NBC Universal and to Cisco DevNet. Appreciate them chipping in and sponsoring and helping making this happen. And we'd also appreciate it if you're already on, if you use social media some, we'd appreciate you giving us a little bit of support and exposure. Please go ahead and take photos, share them. You can use these hashtags, IETF Hackathon and IETF 103, to help identify things from here. That would be great, and just kind of a fun way to get the word out. Okay, and now here is the list of what I believe are all the projects. Hopefully you can read that. We have quite a few. And something that I thought might be helpful would be, we don't really want to take time for everyone to describe what it is they're doing. If you want to see what they're doing, please go to the wiki. But for now, just to help you find these teams, I was going to run through them and just have them raise your hand when I call out your team name so that people know where to find you. Okay? So starting with quick, can we see where are you guys located? Okay, everyone's find the quick team. Okay, I'm just going to keep running through these. Rift flooding. Anyone here from that team yet? I don't see anyone. So if you're hoping to work with that team and you're trying to figure out where they are, you can come see me and we'll get that figured out. We have two teams working with, well, probably several people working with DNS. We have just DNS in general and DNS service discovery. So the DNS team, okay, you're kind of in back. Great to see you. Welcome back again. And the DNS service discovery. Saw you over there. Great. Okay. How about JMAP? Yep. Oh. What's that? Email related. Oh, okay. I see. You mean JMAP and anything email related. Got you. Okay. Thank you. And that's this table up here in the front corner. DTN. Okay, sort of in the middle here. LP-WAN, CoAP. All right, welcome. Great to have you. Public interest technology. Back here in this far corner. All right. TCP authentication option. Over here. Okay, Brian. All right. And TLS 1.3. I believe this. Okay, there's a group back there. There's also quite a few people working remotely on that. SSH. Anyone here yet from SSH working on that project? Okay, again, if you're hoping to work on that, we do have the team captain. It could be remote. You can come see me if you want to get work on that. EST CoAPs. Yep, all right, in the middle here, great. HTTP 451. Okay, they're back here in the far corner. Great. Sliding window, FEC code, right in the middle. Wonderful. Wishy, up here, right in front. Okay, great. I2NSF, I saw you over here. Big table, part of the big table. Great to have you again. Multicast ingest platform. All right, kind of over here if you guys didn't see them. Trusted execution environment provisioning. And suit, okay. Okay, great. And maybe just add it to the wiki. And for any of you, if your projects, you have more information to add about your project, you can put it at the wiki. If you didn't put your project, you can put it now on the wiki. Where was I? Dots. I saw you guys, yeah, right in front of me. That's right. Okay, Yang, NetConf, RESTConf. Do we have a couple tables on that, or everyone's kind of clumped around here? Okay, wonderful. Measurement tools that follow lead standards. Oh, all right, wonderful, thanks. Thanks for bringing that in. I think that should be an interesting project. Lurk. In the very back over there, great. SRv6, possibly remote or not here yet. Any SRv6 people in the back there? No? Okay. In situ OAM. I saw you. Okay, wonderful. RTP congestion control feedback right over here. And then WebRTC, RTC Web, front and middle. Okay, great. Well, thanks all of you for any projects that aren't in my list. You can just yell it out now and add it to the wiki. And for those of you who aren't familiar with the format, you know, we basically accept any projects as long as it has to do with IETF technology. All you have to do is just be willing to lead it, and you can add information about it to the wiki. Okay. That's pretty much it. Any other questions? Things I didn't cover? Again, we have our stickers for the first time. You can go see Greg in the back. Oh, I forgot about Khan here. Khan, you can thank him for the network. The fact that I haven't heard a single person ask me a question or complain about network connectivity, switches at the various tables, Anything you need with the network, here, Con, you want to come say a few words? No? He's pretty easy to find. Plus, I know how to contact him too if he's not in the room. So if you see Con around, you can ask him for anything you need network-wise, or let me know, and I'll communicate it. And thanks a lot, Con, for the great job getting things set up here. Any other questions? All right, fantastic. Well, thanks for your attention, and I'll let you get to your projects. I meant to say something about getting seated, just hanging around, walking around. You want to get your sit phones, like sit